Welcome to the
Kiki.
Thank You and Cowboy show.
He's looking at me across the table, and he's just...
It's your line. That's your line. She's supposed to say Kiki.
I couldn't tell when you wanted me to jump in and start.
Okay.
You know how I usually hang back and wait patiently?
Yes. She's known
That's what I'm
for
known
her
for.
patience and her wait backness. I don't think she's waiting. So
what was that you were mumbling, dear?
There's something over here in the corner. Nobody can hear. So today we're going to talk about.
Well, wait, before we talk about anything.
Yes. Are we talking about merch again?
No. Although I love the idea of
we
merch.
are going to have some merch here, folks. At some point there will be a link, and we welcome.
I want a shirt that says, "I smile because I have no idea what's going on."
You see, you have these ideas, and someone else is going to publish that and not credit you. But
how could you not credit me?
If somewhere in the future y'all are enjoying this episode, please buy our merch.
Please.
If we had merch,
we'll pay you to buy our merch.
I don't know that. We might drop a discount code in the comments.
Oh, yay! Can
That's
I get
possible.
one?
No.
Oh.
So we could pretend that we're wearing our merch right now.
Well, we are.
She's looking great in her tank top that says, sorry, it reads. It doesn't say a thing. It reads.
I don't know. What does it say?
The one you just said.
Just teasing.
I need to add a grumble sound effect.
Grumble.
Cowboy grumble.
You do need a cowboy grumble. I'd make that. I could.
It's more of a.
I just should record you on any given day.
You know, kind of like. That's a harumph.
Yes.
Are we going to get to the topic?
Well, we are, but you're rushing me. Don't chop me.
Okay.
You know how I feel about being chopped.
I thought you were all about the patient and hold back and waited.
Yes, I forgot about that. Anyway, I was just curious if any other people listening who probably have blended families, who probably still have kids living at home as we do, and when they go away for the day, for a couple of days,
or a month,
that doesn't happen very often, and your husband looks at you and he says, "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?" And he has this twinkle in his eye,
and he pulls out the podcast equipment,
and he says,
"Hey baby,
let's go clean out the storage unit."
Oh, okay, I did say that.
You read it out officially.
That wasn't terribly sexy on my part.
Well, I guess it depends on.
There's that. Now I understand the quietness, and just the drive over.
The kids.
She's like, "Yeah."
What are you talking about?
As we drove over to the storage,
chatty.
You were just like, "Huh." I can tell why you weren't excited to go over. So
me not excited to clean out the storage unit?
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's every little bit counts.
It does.
We're just working toward
it. It does.
See it now.
I just wanted to see if anybody else in the listening audience has experienced the same thing. Looking forward to a glass of wine.
You're having one now.
Your very handsome husband says, "Hey, baby, you thinking what I'm thinking?
Baby.
Let's go clean out the storage unit."
Now, we all know this to be true. If we were hosting a party over the storage unit, that's the fastest way to get that storage unit clean.
Oh, that's true.
We know this. We all know this about our homes, that your house is never cleaner than about 20 minutes before guests arrive.
Maybe 20 minutes after.
Yeah, after they're already here. And then
they're already here and I'm running around still.
We're relying on their good graces. Wait,
don't look at me. I don't even have my makeup on yet.
We're like, hey friend, could you wipe down that counter real quick? I didn't get to that in my wife's.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh boy, there's another story we'll tell later.
Anyway, yes, other stories. Other stories we had. Okay,
just look
back to topic, sir.
No, I'm going to flash forward to the next an episode that was like, we bought the wrong tequila. We'll just say,
you're gonna flash forward to that.
Flash forward to that one.
Oh.
We're not talking about that one.
Okay.
But that does allow for a segue.
Wait for more stories on that.
But that's a segue to today's.
Indeed.
Yes. So we're going to be doing a series on.
Oh, you're throwing me an
That's
audible.
right. We don't have cue cards or anything, everybody.
We don't. I have no idea what he's thinking.
But did you die?
Oh, but did you die series?
But did you die?
Yes. But did you die?
This one in particular is, but did you die of alcohol poisoning? And this one's very, very personal to me. So let's set the stage.
Okay.
So I want to give myself some. So one, I'm over.
You're
50.
going to give yourself some credit. I can
give
see
myself
that. I
some
can hear
room.
that already coming.
Not credit, some room,
Okay.
because I'm over 50, and we were traveling.
And you're lightweight.
And it's an away game, as in we're not having a home situation. It was away.
Yes. We were traveling to go see a friend.
We were seeing
a dear friend of ours.
A dear friend for a big celebration, and they were hosting. And I had had COVID for about a month. Now I wasn't, air quote.
Well, you had what we thought was maybe long COVID. Just symptoms and struggling.
I was very tired and
yes,
off.
Yes.
Just not feeling great.
That's true.
Cognitively impaired.
That's true.
Physically tired.
Remember when I said lightweight?
A bit bummed out. So we go to this party.
And we're super excited about this
party.
Super
excited. Great friend. Lots of just a wonderful opportunity.
And they throw quite the bash.
They do.
They were the hostesses. Well, it was a host and a hostess.
It's quite a shindiggery.
The hosts with the most is
this. Well, so I like bourbon.
Shindiggery. I just got that. You just said that a second ago.
Yeah,
Sorry.
shindiggery. Yep. So shindiggery, do. I'm not singing.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're not going to Mary Poppins musical.
No. Okay.
Chimney.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Yeah, I wasn't going there.
No, didn't. Bert. The chimney sweep. Bert.
Yes. Yes.
That's great. Dick Van Dyke.
Yes.
Anyway, so our
someone's
thinking
aside
someone's trying to place the actor.
Okay.
And not the recent one, the old school one.
Yeah, the old school one.
So
yes.
So our friend and his wife, fabulous people, host this terrific party. Friends come from all over.
Yeah, maybe 50 people.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like
it was a party worth being.
It was a shindig.
And it had elements of
shin and dig.
And yes, yeah.
Okay.
And do, but so he had strategically placed these wonderful bottles of bourbon and these little snifters. What would you call those?
Well, okay, so he has. If you guys can envision, like this house is it's a gorgeous,
nice place.
It's a gorgeous house.
Yeah.
They have they have more than one floor on their house, but on the main floor of their house, they have like a cabinet to ceiling with display that is cabinetry, kind of open cabinets with
a range of alcohols, including whiskeys, mostly bourbon. There are a couple
and not
things tucked
cheap
in there.
Bourbon.
No,
this stuff was nice, and
stuff.
a lot of it was gifted.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
He had said
he collected some over a period of time.
So he has that display. In addition to that display, he has a bartender that is serving
up in the front room.
Very nice stuff.
Yeah.
And then downstairs there is this kind of
bourbon bars.
Let's say it's kind of like a great room.
Yeah.
Has like a TV
billiards
and
table,
a billiards table,
wide open space.
Yeah. But he has these select, maybe 6 bottles
in 2 different areas
with like a tasting menu, like a bourbon tasting menu,
actual tasting menu,
and it's laminated. So you see it all described. Like she's
talking with her hands right now, just so you know. She's drawing in the air.
Drawing in the air. It's good radio,
air
babe.
laminate.
I'm trying to. I try to teach you.
Yeah, it
these
hasn't been
things.
invented yet, but air laminate.
Air laminate.
I guess that's a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
You just blow into.
So it has this description of all the different kind of notes that you'll taste in it, and the name of the different bourbons, and these very nice sipping glasses, like for sipping
they're
whiskey.
Bigger, they're bigger than shot glasses. They're kind of rounder, more bulbous at the bottom.
But they're much larger. The thing to note is they are much larger
than a shot glass.
Because
these are not
a full size.
This is not. You don't.
This is sipping whiskey.
This is sipping whiskey.
So
these are little sipping glasses.
Yeah.
The kind that you hold and just stick your pinky out.
Yes.
If you're.
Yes. So we make our rounds all evening.
Early 1900s.
All evening, we're having a good time.
Wonderful time.
I'm
making new friends.
Not keeping track of my husband.
No, and Cowboy Cowboy's a bit under the weather. I even had a sinus issue on top of that.
Did you?
But I didn't want to leave a bottle untasted.
Yes.
Let's say that.
I would like to point out that we went to this party with the comment from him before the party that he was planning on not drinking anything.
Yes. I was
Like,
under the weather.
I'm not interested.
No alcohol for Cowboy.
No alcohol.
I'm
So-
just going to be social and make friends.
Right.
And
So
catch up
I
with
just
old
see
friends.
him being social and making friends.
Oh, yeah.
All night long.
Until I got
My
out of
husband
her.
is like that though. He will talk to anyone and
Never met
everyone.
a stranger.
Never met a stranger. He truly is. He just loves chatting with
People
people.
are fascinating.
Yeah. So I do see him at some point with a glass in his hand.
Huh.
And I thought was the same glass.
Probably number 7.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it turns out
I kind of lost track.
he lost track.
They were
of
all so good,
of
Kiki. They were all so
how
good.
much he had. And I really wasn't paying attention. So there wasn't any subtle encouragement from his wife to say,
Or
hey, babe,
in the form of discouragement.
do you want to slow down a little bit? Or you've had quite a bit there.
Crazy talk.
Would you like some water? And our friend, what was hilarious, now I had imbibed as well in the evening. So I was tipsy, but I wasn't, really, I hadn't really been overserved. And this friend of ours asked for his oldest son to kind of run taxi service for those of us who were staying locally, at a hotel a few minutes away from the house, whatnot. I don't think either Cowboy or I remember much of the ride home other than thinking we were hilarious.
Oh, we were so funny.
We were hilarious.
That young man is just such a great attitude.
Yes.
I can imagine being a late teenager with
with
2 people in
with
our...
2 50-year-olds who had been tipsy.
Yes.
Yes.
We had to be just a blast.
So I'm, again, not at all aware that my husband has been overserved at this point. And by overserved, I mean he overserved himself, right? Like nobody was responsible for feeding him too much alcohol. He did it all by himself until we get back into the hotel room. And we're in the hotel room and we're supposed to get up early the next morning.
So I'll stop you there. I don't remember
Any of that.
Getting out of the car.
Oh boy,
That's
I did not know that.
my last memory that I can actually pull together.
You can pull together
is me just sharing my knowledge and wit with
in the car
with our driver, our friend's son.
Our young driver.
Yes.
Yes. So we get back, and I'm trying to get prepared for the next morning because it's late. I mean, we probably stayed until, I don't know, maybe midnight, something like that.
Yeah.
And they wanted everybody back the next morning around 9 or 10 in the morning. I am not a morning person, so I was a little bit like anxious about it because I was like, oh my gosh, I want to sleep until I can. So I'll get my my stuff out. And my husband is just acting like I don't even know what he's doing. He's all over me, which is not a bad thing, but he is like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Come to bed. Go do this. Let's go do that. And I'm like,
no recollection of that.
What are you doing? I have never seen him like this.
Maybe a vague memory.
Never seen him at all like this.
She had never seen me that far into the wind.
No.
Yes.
So I had no idea.
I think I drank half a bottle of Joseph Magnus Murray Hill Club bourbon whiskey.
Yes. I think our dear friend
the equivalent
later noticed how much
how depleted his 1792 whiskey was.
I think he did make a comment the next day. He was like,
Buddy was standing near here for
I
about
think
an
he
hour.
also said there were reports
Oh,
by
yes.
other guests.
Because
Because I was sitting chatting again. I wasn't paying attention to you.
she had told me that one of the guests could tell how far gone I was because I pulled out my beard brush
Oh,
in public and
babe.
just started brushing my beard,
Babe.
as if I was like
What?
brushing the backside of a horse.
Oh, no.
Just brushing my beard. You told
did
me this
in
happened,
public.
and I think I remember that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
standing in a
hurt.
group of people talking, just brush.
That makes a lot of sense now why
brushing
people were
his
coming
beard.
over and asking me such
It's-
probing
Yeah,
questions.
is your husband okay?
And I was so oblivious. So
He's brushing his beard.
I put him to bed,
Yes.
and he immediately falls asleep. I fall asleep.
No memory of that.
And then
Oh,
he does not remember any of this.
I remember later.
I
I
to
think
say he was violently ill.
I think everybody's had
is
a roommate or a
understatement.
sibling or somebody that was very sick, and they had to air quote hold their hair. I do recall praying at one point and literally praying to God to be released from this hell on earth at one point. I think I was ready
So
to be
if you can
claimed.
picture it, he is on hands and knees on the floor of the hotel room with
Unwell.
a trash can.
Yes, as one does.
Had not been able to make it as far as
I'm going to call this alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I would say and so
Which
I'm
is
still,
funny, but it's also not.
I'm still asleep, and I'm kind of like
everyone listening has probably had.
Sure, I mean I absolutely have.
Unless they're not drinkers, which is
there's
for
a good
you.
portion of my 20s I don't have any recollection of. So,
Right.
Sorry, Mom, you didn't hear that.
It's yeah.
But I in my caring, nursing, nurturing persona that I
don't
have,
recall any of this.
Yeah, is I wake up to him being violently ill, loudly
Oh gosh,
loudly
we're
praying.
we're in a hotel that probably has.
I really truly
neighbors.
thought that they were going to come and knock on our door and have police. Like he was so loud.
Because it probably sounded like you're trying to pull teeth out of a lion.
It might have. It was so.
Just the roaring. And,
It was so loud. But so what do? I move slightly. We're in like a king size bed, right? So I crawl kind of on my stomach over to the edge of the bed, and I just extend a hand, and I kind of just pat him a little bit.
They're there.
And then I lay down, and I just kind of
back to
drift off to sleep, just stretched across the
Meanwhile,
bed.
someone's pulling another canine out of the lion.
So that was the evening. Then we wake up the next day.
And there is a brunch. We've been asked to attend a brunch.
Yes.
That wasn't even on the radar.
And did we attend said brunch?
We didn't emerge from the hotel room until the next day, I think.
It was
you did.
Yes.
She was kind. She ran some errands and picked up something I could keep down.
So yes. So he was so ill the whole next day that he wouldn't eat anything. I couldn't get him to
thought of
drink
eating
anything.
something.
Of course, we're in a it was an okay hotel, but there was not much to be, like there's no room service, there's nothing like that, so there's nothing to order. I literally
it's more of like a business hotel.
Yeah, I literally had to order an Uber driver to come and pick me up, to drive me to CVS, and he drops me off. I buy $50 worth
of like soup, microwavable, and
little microwavable soups,
limited preparation needed,
ginger candies.
Oh, those are actually great.
As much of that liquid IV powder, that kind of lemon lime liquid IV powder that you could find. I was like, I was thinking Pedialyte, Gatorade, something like that. So I stock up on all of this, and I order an Uber again to go back to the hotel. It's been a few minutes. I mean, I was probably there for 30 minutes, just kind of trying to decide what I should buy or what not. The same Uber driver comes and picks me up, and
Because
now
that's the only one in the area.
and now he's intrigued because he's like,
what is going on?
What happened? I really think maybe he thought I was trying to murder you. You know, like I had made a quick run to go.
I think I had prayed for that in the middle of the night. Just kill me. We've had a good run. Just end
take
it.
me now. Yeah,
And
I
tell
think
you,
you pretty much verbalized that.
Young people have hangovers. Oh, once you're over 50, a hangover is.
Oh,
it is hard to understand how painful that was.
Yes. It was.
It was so humbling.
Yeah. So I told the Uber driver, of course, that my husband was, drunk off of his butt and like
Deathly
wishing
ill.
for
Yes.
death upstairs and
Couldn't keep anything down.
could not.
Water was even a
Could
challenge.
not. We finally.
Severely
I think it was after 5 p.m. Maybe
Easily.
even maybe 7
Before I could
p.m.
eat
before I
anything.
could get you to even eat a little chicken noodle soup. And the next day we were flying home. So somebody.
Well, we had an activity. We had a full day.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
We
I'm
had an
sorry.
activity.
I sped that up.
So
So,
we,
no,
so we
you're
lost.
right.
We lost
did
out
lose a
on.
day.
Yeah, we lost out on the brunch entirely.
Yeah, which apparently people were quite amused at the brunch.
But I think
It was the talk of the
over-under
town.
on whether
Where
or not
is
Cowboy was going to
Cowboy?
make it. I think
there was over-under bets for sure.
And there were definitely some winners
For sure.
which is the majority of the people had bet against us appearing.
Yes.
Yeah, Kiki could have gone on
I
her own.
nearly thought about going by myself, and
that would have been.
I don't
fine.
know about anybody else, but I have those thoughts in my head like, is that kind of an asshole thing to do?
I don't think so.
Should I?
You should have gone.
Should I go? Should I not go?
Just to.
I was just annoyed
to
I had
share
to
the
pack.
story.
I packed a really cute outfit.
You did.
I was going to look adorable that day.
You look adorable now.
Well, I don't know about that, but I was going to look adorable then.
Yes, you were.
So anyway,
They missed
that
out.
was the end of it. And I will say, Cowboy,
Yes.
have you since had anything else to drink?
Hmm.
This trip, by the way, was back in January. It is now almost April.
Correct. Oh yeah.
I think you've only
I've
just
had
started.
a little bit. Yeah,
Yes.
I've had a little down. Now Kiki makes a really mean Sazerac and
a Sazerac and an old fashioned.
and an old fashioned. So
I
those
can't
are
tempt him on occasion with one of those.
because they're
But he
fabulous.
he would turn green several times when I offered.
It took a good month or so before. We haven't even opened that bottle. We bought Chris Stapleton teamed up with some bourbon company.
the Traveler.
Right, and a friend
Right.
coerced me to get it, and it's not even an expensive bottle. But we haven't even opened it yet. You know why?
Somebody
Somebody
hasn't
isn't
felt
quite
like
ready.
it.
I have had a little bit of Crown and other things. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's
you've had to nurse your
our
way back
Did You
into-
Die bourbon.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are approaching or over 50, slow down, enjoy.
And the little glasses, you're not supposed to fill them all the way up.
That's the funny
Pro
thing is I
tip.
never filled one, but it's
Or
bulbous
maybe
at the bottom, so
you
it's
never
it's
filled one, but you repeatedly refilled it.
Yes. And so this is truly shameful. Someone set down one, and I was like, "Oh, what a waste!" Yeah, I did that. It was pretty. It was pretty far in. Yeah, it was pretty far in because it was.
You stole somebody.
someone
I'm
else's
so
drink, yeah.
proud of you.
I remember that, and as I was drinking, I was like, "This is shameful. I hope they don't have cameras because I'm doing this."
20-year-old Kiki. That makes her heart beat just a little faster.
Does it?
It does. That's so great.
It is.
Anyway,
Yep.
love you, babe.
All right. Well, next time we do the Did You Die, I'm sure we're going to focus on Kiki.
What?
Yes, we'll have one.
Never.
So again, add to our comments section the.
Tell us
but
your
did you
story
die?
of about Did You
Yeah,
Die?
and share if you had something similar happen. Give us a thumbs up. Always like, subscribe. You know the drill. And we hope you enjoyed it.
Love
and we'll
y'all.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.